Good morning, guys. Welcome back to our third week in the Italian countryside. I'm back at my favorite window, just having some coffee and reading. Over the past 3 weeks, I've been reflecting a lot. I really thought that we were gonna get bored, that we were gonna have the itch to go back home, because at the beginning, I didn't really want to come as much because I was like, I don't want to leave my bed, I don't want to leave my friends, I don't want to leave my routine. And then we arrived here and it was like a clean cut, kind of, doing things that I've never been able to do. Well, at least I have not been able to do them in years now, and that is to get bored and to do nothing and actually enjoying it. I really think that I needed to get bored, to feel like I've done nothing, but that sometimes doing nothing is recharging and it is good. It's really made me reflect on the habits that I had, that I did not think that they were that bad, but that they were, and that is my screen time. I don't know if this is gonna sound a little bit poetic, but my favorite things here are just like seeing the sunset and seeing like the trees and the leaves, like the contrast. Or right now from this window, like I have a view of some crops, they move like waves with the wind, and I really think that this is what life is. And we have like 10 days left and I am not ready to leave. Like, if you gave me an option, I think I would stay 1 more month. I don't know how I'm gonna cope with the withdrawal of being back, but I think this definitely is gonna make us want to push to at least do this a little bit more and keep searching for a countryside house, because I feel so happy here. I cannot even explain it. My anxiety has improved. I feel more productive and more creative in a way that maybe before I would be like, maybe that's a little bit too much, but now I feel as if I just want to do the things that pop up in my mind and see how it turns out, and if I like it, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Right now we're just gonna have breakfast and get ready for the day. Today we're gonna go to another town. Hopefully I can find flowers, because I've been looking for flowers pretty much in every town that we go, but I want peonies and they're always sold out. But yeah, I'm gonna finish my coffee and let's set up for breakfast. Okay, so I wanted to give a little bit of a book update, because as I mentioned on the first video when we arrived, I had been meaning to start reading Once Upon a Broken Heart. It took me the longest time because you're supposed to start with Caraval, which I did, and I absolutely loved the first book. The way Stephanie Garber writes, it's so mesmerizing. Like, I just love the way that she describes things, and it lets your imagination running. She's very descriptive. They're like very whimsical, a little bit magical, but also like, I don't know, I really like them. The thing is that with Caraval, there's 3 books, and I was very stuck on the second one, so I pushed through that. I did not read the third one, but they're kind of necessary to start Once Upon a Broken Heart. Now, I already finished the first one. I absolutely loved it. It was a little bit hard at the beginning. Like, it does take a little bit to get super immersed and understand a little bit, but it does have a map. that is like very helpful. So yeah, I would say like the first third of the book I was struggling a little bit, but also I haven't really been reading like this intensely in a really long time, so I felt like it took me a bit. However, I literally devoured in 2 days the rest of the book, which for me that's quite a lot. So the good thing is that I brought with me the second one, and I actually have like this very pretty limited edition. The second one is called The Ballad of Never After. Love it. Like, it literally starts where this one left off. And for anyone that might be interested in reading these books, they're basically about a girl that lives in a village. She has pink hair and she has a heartbreak. So she goes to like this kind of god that is like a prince that grants not really wishes, but you can make a deal with them. And these deals are very well known that they're not always going to be the best outcome for you. But she was desperate enough. She wanted to stop a wedding. So she goes to this god, and there's also this magical world that everyone knows that kind of exists. And there's castles and there's little dragons, but everything is like in such a nice whimsical way. Like, the dragons are like mini dragons, and they're used to like fire popcorn and roast caramelized apples and things like that. So it is whimsical for sure. Very cute. Can definitely recommend it. So I only brought these two and Emma by Jane Austen, but Emma, I already finished it in Provence, so I don't know what I'm gonna read next. I did bring my Kindle just in case, because there's a third book on this series. But yeah, today we're gonna go to Orvieto. We have a reservation. We don't know if we can bring the dogs to the reservation, so we're gonna figure that out once we're there. And as for the outfit of the day, this is the Zimmerman set that I've kind of been using the shorts kind of a lot. You guys are probably going to be able to recognize the shorts, and the top basically is the complete set. I know it kind of looks like pajamas, but it's so hot these days. We kind of went from full rain, very windy, very cold, to now almost 30 degrees. Especially under the sun, it feels like a lot. And I'm gonna pair it with my Chanel mini. I'm gonna bring ballerinas today. I will probably regret that. 100%, I'm already aware of that. And I will bring a sweater just in case. Probably gonna leave it in the car. And here is Oli. He's been behaving not the best. He's still trying to eat pretty much everything that he finds. I know that this is his puppy face, but I'm tired. Masha and Oli have been becoming big fans of chasing lizards. There's these tiny green ones that are all around the house, and they just basically guard the house that no lizard comes across. I'm a little bit more concerned about the wild boars, and last night, I'm gonna insert a clip, because last night as we were having dinner on that side, we have like the forest that I've been tempted to go see what's there, like just go on a walk to the forest, but we saw a deer. I need to put like the maximum zoom that I had on my phone, but like there's a lot of fauna here. There's supposed to be also wolves that I just don't want to find out. The wild boars, we've seen them, we've heard them. They're literally around here, and there's so many of them. I'm terrified, but overall, besides that, I just love this place. Okay, so we just had lunch. Absolutely amazing. I'll talk about it once we get to sit down. And we just came across a lady with another dog that was playing with Masha and Oli. And she told us that right ahead there is actually a dog park so they can play. So we're heading that way as after lunch everything tends to be closed. So we need to kill some time and then we can get to walk around a little bit more and see the shops open. And we will also already coming this way because the view here supposedly it's going to be amazing. Ay, qué rico el pasto. Okay, so far, absolutely love Orvieto. The food was simply amazing. I think that now this comes up top two of your favorite restaurants. My pasta was amazing, but the carpaccio was also so good. And it's really interesting to come to towns like this because it has so much history. And El Duomo, I would say that is like as impressive as the Florence one. Right now we just decided to sit down for a bit because we've been walking so much and just have coffee and a glass of wine and see people passing by. This is like kind of the main street and there are so many little stores. So we're definitely gonna buy some wine to take for the house. And I did see a flower shop, so that's probably going to be a stop. Okay, so it's another day and we want to make pasta today because we're actually wanted to go to like one of those really nice hotels that have these workshops, but we can do it at home. So
we have a very handsome chef that can do it at home.
Yeah, so that's what we're gonna do today.
So we're gonna make pasta for two. So we start with 200 grams of flour and we need to add 2 eggs. So we make like a volcano.
gonna mix it until it's a paste.
So we need to let the dough rest for like 30 minutes. In the meantime, I'm gonna grate some cheese, pecorino romano, and I need to toast the peppercorns because we're gonna do cacio e pepe. And now we're just toasting the peppercorns so we can grind them.
Okay, so we are finally in Pitigliano, and the plan is to basically spend a good part of the morning. We're gonna find like somewhere where we can have like a small lunch because we're gonna have like a really good dinner that we're really excited about. There's a lot of cats in this town. With Masha, that's a little bit of a problem. With Oli, not so much. I think he's a little bit scared because he got slapped by a cat in one of the other towns. I'm really happy that I went with this because it is so hot. But the town looks absolutely stunning. Every single time that we've gone to an Etruscan town, everything is so like different. They're kind of built on stones. Everything looks so old and so like unique and different from everything else in Tuscany. So really big fan. And there's actually like underground tunnels and a lot of different things, but we're gonna walk around for a bit and see if we can find somewhere nice to have something to drink because I am a bit thirsty. So we're having lunch at ceccottino, and it's kind of like in the main plaza. I am having a Sprite because I really needed the sugar pump. We've been walking up and down pretty much since we arrived, and under the sun, it's so funny how a few days ago we're like, please, please, we just want it to be sunny and hot, and now we're like, maybe it got a little bit too hot, and it's not the hottest that it's going to get, which is a little bit concerning. I ordered a salad, but it's having a poached egg with truffle, and for seconds, I ordered a pate, and Paul is gonna have a pasta that looked amazing that I cannot have. I think it has cream, and I am lactose intolerant, so Paul is drinking a local beer that looks quite good. And so far in Tuscany, we don't really love the bread here, but this one is really good. Okay, so we're back home and I ended up changing. I ended up having to go to the Italian like emergency clinic hospital thing. It was not really an emergency, but I had a spider bite, and for some reason it was getting worse and worse and worse. Today we're just gonna enjoy the rest of the evening because it was quite hectic. I also realized that I forgot to talk about the outfit of the day in the morning. So this top is for 11 lemons. The shorts that I was wearing, they were from Zara, and this skirt, I absolutely love it. It's the same one that I was wearing on the pasta making with the matching top, but this is from Fabric and love it. I don't know if it really matches this top, but the doctor asked me to cover at least for today the leg, and my pants are currently drying. I do have actually a bit of a crazy story of some friends that we met, that with all the little towns around Tuscany and Umbria and Lazio, we would not keep seeing the same people over and over again. So the other day we went to a town, we were not really vlogging, and this lovely Italian couple approached us and asked us about mascianoli. And they also asked us where we were from because of course we were trying to speak in Italian to them, but we ended up starting to speak Spanish. The wife's Spanish was amazing. Like, it was so good. So they started to give us some recommendations of where to go to eat, like good restaurants, like very nice towns. We shared contacts and everything. They were such a lovely couple. They were around 60 years old, I would say. I never want to guess, but like they were definitely a bit older than us. Today, as we were walking around Pitigliano, we literally come across the husband. His name is Diego and her name is Anna. We come across Diego and we're like, oh my God, we should have a drink after we have lunch. Turns out they actually live in Pitigliano. They're originally from Rome. Now they have like a really beautiful house here in the countryside. So yeah, pretty much we say that we're gonna go have a drink. A little bit later, I text them and she tells me that she cannot come, that she had a bit of an accident, that she broke her arm. To not make this a super long story, when I went to the emergency room to get the spider bite checked, I literally see her there. And we start talking, so we basically spent a bit of time at the doctor. We're probably gonna see them at some point in the next few weeks, but it was so crazy to encounter them 3 times. I really wish that we could have sat down to have a drink. Also, I ended up buying a ceramic thing. I'll show you probably at the end of the vlog. But our plans pretty much for the rest of the day are nothing, just chilling, playing with the dogs. That I would have thought that they would be a little bit more tired, but no, they're playing a lot. Okay, so we're gonna do stargazing. I don't really think it's late enough, but we don't want to go to bed that late. I do want to point out that there's fireflies here, and I have not seen fireflies since I was like 8 years old. So this is so crazy to me. One of the nicest memories that I have from my childhood were on the countryside, and it was just full of them. It was amazing. So we're just gonna find a spot and turn the house lights off so we can basically see the stars as much as we can. I think we're gonna go to the other side of the house though. Well, I don't know if you guys can actually see me, but we're gonna get installed here. So it's not the best night for stargazing because of the moon and because it's a little bit cloudy, so the moon is giving a lot of light and reflection. Good morning. Today it's our wedding anniversary, so 2 years married and almost 11 years together. It's kind of the reason-ish why we're here. So we have quite a few plans for today. We're gonna visit a town, and then we have a really beautiful dinner planned in this place that looks absolutely amazing. It's freaking hot. So we decided that we're going to leave the house until later, and we are gonna go to Viterbo, but we are gonna go after lunch just to walk around, maybe have a drink, because if not, I just feel like it's too hot, like we're reaching 30 degrees out of nowhere. Now, a lot kind of happened yesterday, so I'm gonna catch you up. I actually ended up going to the emergency hospital in Pitigliano. As we were leaving, I felt like I had something on this leg that I don't know if you guys were able to cut it in a few of the clips from yesterday, but basically something bit me. We are almost sure that it was a spider, and this was like a week ago. And the only thing that happened was that it kept growing in a spiral. I'm gonna show you a few pictures. And it was so itchy. It was a little bit bumpy. It just kept looking more red and more angry and bigger and growing as time would pass. And I don't know, I've been bitten by things before, so I did not think much about it until someone pointed it out and they were like, no, you need to go get that checked. So we literally parked next to the emergency hospital in Pitigliano. So I ended up going there, and Polo stayed in the car with the dogs. And guys, no one there spoke English or Spanish. I can get by with my Italian, and also Italian and Spanish is a little bit transparent, but it was the most chaotic hour and a half that I've had in a really long time. But they ended up giving me antibiotics, so I have to put a cream. And basically it was the venom expanding. And they did scold me because it took me quite a while to get any sort of treatment. I just didn't think much of it, and I'm literally laying on the grass with the dogs every single day. But overall, the experience, I would give it an 8 out of 10. Everyone was super nice. Even though we could not understand each other 100%, everyone treated me super kind, and they were even joking. And now it's kind of sorted. I just cannot get a lot of sun exposure on it, but it's almost gone. It's crazy because I've been just putting the cream and it's pretty much gone. I don't know if you guys can see. It is right here, and I'm actually kind of burning up, so let's move to the shadow. Okay, so we're back under my favorite tree. I tried to film in different spots, but honestly, here in the garden, this is the comfiest and freshest spot and also close enough to the house so I can just go get a bit more coffee. But yeah, mainly inside of the house is where it's top notch. Like the temperature is absolutely perfect. But I wanted to update that I finished the book. I am devastated and heartbroken with how it ended. I'm not gonna spoil anything, but oh my god, I'm so angry at myself that I didn't buy the physical book like the third one before I came. I just did not think that I was gonna finish all of the books that I brought like so fast. So I thought that this was gonna be like something I would finish towards the end of us being here. And boy, was I wrong, because I devoured this book like in 2 days. So I give The Ballad of Never After 5 stars. It's even better than the first one, and that usually does not happen. And regarding looking for bookstores around here, I'm gonna be able to find anything in English or in Spanish. So they're mainly going to be Italian, and I don't think they're gonna have the romantasy books that I'm looking for. So thankfully I brought my Kindle as a last resort. Like I knew that there would be a chance that I might want to read maybe something different. What if I didn't like the book? So I kind of brought it. We just got the book and we're gonna continue on my Kindle, which is not my preferred way to read. Also, my Kindle is very old and the battery runs out in very, very little time. So yeah, I'm gonna need to find a new series of books to read when we go back to Barcelona. Also, I wanted to share with you guys, I got talking with Daniele from Amato Daniele because we're basically going to drive back to Provence. And on the way to Provence, we can stop at Milano. So I texted him that we were here and we are gonna go to Milan and we're gonna go to the workshop and we're gonna be able to make a bag. If you guys have followed me for a while, or maybe this is the first time that you see my videos, but Amato Daniele has this amazing, beautiful Italian handmade handbags. They're just stunning. Also the shoes, but I have not seen him in like 4 or 5 years. And this time we're literally going to meet him and to spend 2 nights. So I'm excited about that. I'm definitely going to be vlogging it. So yeah, our Italian series is going to expand a little bit and I'm in no rush to go back home. I think Barcelona is as hot as here. I think there's just like a heat wave around Europe because May should not be this hot. I know that you're saying this in June, but we're in May and May is supposed to be like still sweater weather in the evenings and it's literally 30 degrees right now. It changed overnight. We went to being cold to heat stroke kind of in a span of 2 days, so that's kind of crazy. So today, no boots. Those I'm just gonna use them around the house here. I keep having to go grab the dogs from different parts of the house, but I think I'm just gonna wear a thin dress, ballerinas, and I don't even know if I want to have my hair down. That's something that we're gonna figure out.
I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk with you. You don't have to tell me anything that's new. I just wanna go.
Okay, so we're pretty much ready to go. I ended up deciding to go with all yellow today. This is a dress that I kind of already had, but I was not using it a lot because I didn't love the shape, so I just added a corset on top. So last time that I tried this, I really liked the way that it looked, and I think it turned out quite well, and it's also dressy enough for our dinner tonight. The bag of the day is going to be the Jean Poussin Birkin 25, just because I need to bring a lot with me, and it kind of matches the outfit. And because it's sunny, very, very warm, I think it's not gonna be a problem that I'm gonna be cold at any point. So this is the outfit of the day. And I'm wearing my Chanel ballerinas. They are quite beat up by now. Also, I did iron this and it's wrinkled. That is pretty much the story of my life.
Maybe that could happen when you're next to me. I just wanna see the same things you can see. like to talk with you. I just wanna go out on a walk with you. Baby, you know I just like to talk.
Okay, so we're in Viterbo. I have to say, way bigger than the towns that we've been visiting so far. But that's also good because we're seeing a few things that we haven't seen in weeks, like some stores. Not that we're gonna buy anything. If I see an antique store, I'm definitely gonna go in. But yeah, it is absolutely beautiful, and I'm so glad that we came at this time, because if not, it would have been so hot. I think we're just gonna look for a place to sit down, have a drink, and then we're gonna drive to the restaurant. That is actually a hotel, but you can go and have dinner there, and it has the most amazing view. So that's pretty much the plan. Paula has a change of clothes in the car, and I'm going like this, plus a sweater in case it's a bit chilly once the sun comes down. So we're back from dinner. I just took a shower and I wanted to do face mask. I already did my skincare because we've been saving watching the final episode of The Testaments just before we go to bed. It is crazy that we have watched absolutely no TV since we've been here, and we are the type of couple that we really enjoy sitting down at the end of the day and just watching something like a movie or whatever show. And here it's like we don't find the time because we prefer to do other things that we've barely watched anything at all. But as I was gonna put my face mask on, I wanted to talk about what happened at the town before dinner with Masha. I don't think I felt this level of embarrassment in so many years. But before we headed to dinner, we sat down to have a glass of wine in Viterbo. And it was this really cute restaurant, and it was super full, but they luckily had a table outside for us. I think we're gonna be calling this the cat incident. But basically, Masha goes feral when she sees cats. And she sees cats quite often, especially like at my grandparents' house. She sees them all the time. And the thing that she likes to do is chasing them. She loves chasing cats. Once she catches a cat, she does absolutely nothing. But something that we have encountered quite a lot in these Italian towns is that there's a lot of cats. Oli, on the other hand, is a little bit scared of them and he doesn't really chase them. But when he sees that Masha is super excited and is chasing something, he goes like straight after her. So we're sitting in this table. There's a really big table behind us of American people that were super chatty with us. They asked us about the dogs. They asked if they could pet them. We were like, of course, you can pet them. They're super friendly. Oh my god, this is so slimy. And then on the table next to us, there's this lovely Italian couple. So we're like table to table. Usually when we're at restaurants, one of us has each dog. So I usually have Oli because he always tries to be next to me anyway. So Polo was tying Masha to his chair. Oli was tied to my chair. I was wearing a dress. And I see a cat that is like far away. Not super far away, but Masha was completely asleep. So I was not really that worried about Masha going after the cat because she was sleeping on the floor. As we were chatting in between us, I never get over how scary I look with this on. We don't see the cat for a bit. We lost the cat. We think the cat is pretty much gone. We were really wrong because the cat started to ask food at the tables and the cat was literally on the table behind us. Just in the moment where Polo was changing Masha's sides to tie her again, and I see everything in slow motion because the first thing that I see is our table starting to rumble. Lovely Italian man next to us holds onto the table so nothing falls, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm so sorry. And he's like, oh my god, no problem. Dogs are crazy with cats. Then the next thing that I know, Masha is loose. Polo was changing her to the other chair to tie her, and she breaks loose. Next thing that I see in slow motion is Masha running, chasing the cat, going underneath the American family table, underneath two chairs, and I see people putting their legs up and screaming. And she doesn't go under one table, she goes under multiple tables, chasing this cat. Polo gets up and starts running after Masha, and my instinct then was, I'm gonna grab onto Oli because I don't want Oli also chasing this cat. And I think I underestimated how strong Oli is because I grab him and I just start saying how I start falling. The really nice Italian man next to us, he reaches his hand to me so I can hold on to his hand so I don't fall. And I just did not reach that hand in time. So I fall on the floor. And because my arm is like this, the first thing that hits is my head. And I flash with my dress. I don't know how many people. Oli didn't get far, like he was still attached to the chair, but I was on the floor. There was broken glasses. Masha was still chasing the cat. And like 10 people got up. Super nice of them to ask me if I was okay. And I was like, oh my god, it didn't even hurt. It did hurt. But I was so embarrassed, and I've always been the type of person that no matter how bad it is, I'm just gonna be like, it was fine, it's nothing. I didn't even feel it. But after that, Polo grabbed Masha and Oli and he decided to wait very far away from the restaurant. I paid the bill and we left. I cannot stop thinking about it. I am so embarrassed. This has never ever happened to us, especially with Masha. She's usually an angel, but since we've arrived here, she's been very naughty. Like, she's gone into the mud 2 times already. We have to keep bathing her because she just keeps rolling on everything. She's just living her best life, and she was so proud about the cat situation. I just cannot stop thinking about how embarrassed I am. But yeah, that's the story time for the last part of the vlog. I'll see you guys next week. I also wanted to show you, Polo got me this thing for our anniversary. It's something super silly that I had been asking him to get me for the longest time. It's this thingy that when I turn the lights off, it just puts galaxies on the roof. Here you cannot really see it that well because the roof is actually wood and brick. But I think in Barcelona it's going to look so whimsical. So let me turn the lights off so you can see it. And you can change the light. Let me put it in place and show you. So basically it just rotates and it has a timer. So if you just want it to be on for a couple of hours, you can definitely do that. But I really love it, and you can get different films for it, so when we get back to Barcelona I think we're gonna do that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you and say goodnight and wrap up the vlog here. I'll see you guys next week.